Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, for this episode of Bullet Points, you can see we are back in the Freedom Hut because this mission is important, and that is what we're going to talk about today. Did you guys know that apparently all the crime that has occurred with firearms is directly related to other crimes where stolen guns were involved? And there's a stolen gun increase? Remember, I'm being sarcastic there, of course, but the big narrative put out there by the gun controllers for the first little 6 months, 8 months during the gun buying boom that we experienced that year and a half ago, the whole concept was more legal guns in America equals more crime. It's going to be terrible, even though it's been fully debunked by the Heritage Foundation in another video that I did. But this article that we're going to talk about on this episode is all about focusing on those gun thefts. Very, very interesting stuff because, like I said, I thought it was legal gun owners that were the problem. Of course it's not. We're going to dive in. A little personal note. Forgive me, I'm a little sick, so I'm going to get through this, but that's why I sound a little weird. Gun thefts are rising and leading to more crime, including the Sacramento situation. Okay, well, we knew the Sacramento, California thing that went down was nothing but bad. But after record gun sales during the pandemic, inexperienced owners are leaving them in cars, making them easy targets for thieves, which would imply the guns are being stolen through crime and then sold onto the streets, not through a NICS background check system, not through a legal process. Interesting how the gun controllers don't seem to bring that up very often. Let's continue. And obviously I'm being very tongue-in-cheek, but this is one of the arguments they put forward. Gun thefts are on the rise in major cities across the U.S., a factor police and criminologists say is helping fuel the growing homicide rate. Okay, so moms demand action. I haven't heard him say anything about this. Every time for gun safety. So you're saying as there's a gun theft increase, gun homicides increase? Well, that's weird. It's like crime fuels crime. Let's continue. The number of stolen guns reported to police rose by 29% in 10 major U.S. cities over the past 2 years. Now, remember that number, 29%. According to data compiled by Wall Street Journal. In Atlanta last year, 2,758 guns were stolen, or about 7 a day, up from 1,859 in 2019, so that's a dramatic increase. In Houston, guns were stolen from vehicles alone rose 3,695, about 10 a day, from 2,820 the year before, so a noticeable increase. Police officials tie the climb in thefts to the rise in first-time gun owners. Guns are frequently being stolen from cars where their owners left them there. Something more experienced owners know not to do. Now, I'm going to take a quick pause and aside here. This is actually a very valid point. If you're a new gun owner, make sure that gun is secured. Your car is not necessarily the perfect place to leave a firearm. Either have your concealed carry permit on you, have a lockbox. There's lots of different options that responsibility takes into effect. But this is an important thing to at least note that it is not perfectly safe in a car. So just take the proper precautions because you're a responsible legal gun owner. Let's continue. Criminologists have found that there is a connection between the number of stolen weapons and the number of firearm homicides in a city. No. Stop it. What do you mean? An assistant professor at Rutgers University who has studied the topic, named Daniel Semenza, found that out. It takes a professor to figure that out. Just want to let you know. Murders in the U.S. rose nearly 30% in 2020 from the prior year and remained elevated, 30%. That's interesting because that number of 10 major U.S. cities, 29%. It's almost like there's a direct correlation because crime fuels crime. Anyway. About 8 in 10 murders were committed with guns in 2020, a 34% increase from the year before. Also, very close and correlated to 30% in 2020, 29% of gun thefts increase. This is not incredibly hard to tie together, but it's something that we have to do. Stolen guns often are sold to people who wouldn't be able to pass a background check at a gun store due to their criminal records, police say. No, stop it. Of course, I'm being heavily sarcastic. Of course, that's where they get the guns from. The reason that this is so important that we're going to cover this right now, or we are covering this right now, is this completely dispels the myth that legal gun owners and legal gun purchases fuel crime rates. They don't. Theft and crime fuels further theft and crime. If you steal a gun from a car, you can sell it on the black market for more because the other person can't pass a background check because everything is locked down. It's really important to understand, and this is in the Wall Street Journal, and that's why I'm bringing it to you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, and I'll see you tonight at the 9 p.m. segment. I'm Braden. See you later.